everyone. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And we're ready to bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. And one of the players we'll be seeing in this one, Luol Deng.
And guys, Deng has developed into a very good shooter, especially off spot-ups or maybe one-dribble pull-ups. He's got range. He's developed that out to the three-point line, but he really likes to go to that mid-range area. One or two dribbles into the paint, he'll rise up and shoot right over the top.
But you know what I like about him most, Steve? Deng is a very well-balanced player. He does a lot of good things offensively, but he's just as good at the defensive end. He's a big key to his team's tough defense.
Well, it was the Chicago Bulls winning their last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. And that was a serious blowout. Not too many people can claim that they saw that coming.
They looked very stable, pretty much from the get-go, guys. A solid output, solid effort. And, you know, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game, but they were pretty solid there.
I was very impressed with the balance they displayed, guys. Different people carrying the load, scoring, making assists, unselfish play. Everything was working for him to get that victory.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Utah shooting their first free throw of the evening. We play just over a minute here in the first. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Look, Kevin, the head coach for the Jazz gave me just a couple of moments to catch up with them. He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, you know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint. Makes sense, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. So here's Burks, following the score by Luol Deng. And here is Burke. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Rose passes to Butler. Back to Rose. Rose off the pick from Boozer. Rose kicks to Boozer. Back to Rose. Clock at 6. And he banks in the layup. Rose has got his first 2 points.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Burke kicks to Favors. Working on Gibson. Fades away. And too long on the shot.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
Butler dishes to Gibson. And stolen by Favors. Down low, and here's the fast break. Good.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively they look great.
Rose kicks to Deng. And he throws it down hard with one hand. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is on
Well, I just, you know what, Kevin? Come on, I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
And so Butler nails both of them. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Burks with it. 14 points from him the last game against Memphis. Here's Burke. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Rose. Butler on the way. Burks covering. Outside Rose. Gibson setting the pick for Rose. And stolen by Burke. He feeds it to Burks. He passes to Burke. It's stolen by Deng. For the finish. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And once he took off, it looked like the defense just had no interest in getting in his way.
That's one where you just give up the 2 points and move on.
Now, here's Burks, averaging 18 points a game. Jazz passing it around. Burke, the pass to Burks. 6 to shoot. Cannot hit. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah.
Oh, what a throw down there. Man.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
Boozer dishes to Rose. Kicks it to Gibson. Back to Rose. Favors with the rebound. For the Utah Jazz, they come in off a loss to Memphis.
Well, there's no doubt they played well enough to win that game. It truly could have gone either way, Clark.
Well, the lesson in this one is you can't just play well for 3.5 quarters and expect to win. I mean, they didn't close it out the way they should have. That's on them.
Now Burke, he has 5. The feed to Burks. Shot to stop the drought. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Well, he was boxed out, and when that happens, you know, at some point you have to...
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Then kicks to Rose. Pass to Butler. Dishes to Gibson. Fades and shoots. Gets it to go. And the Bulls lead by 8.
That's the kind of finish we've gotten used to seeing from him in the low post.
So for Chicago right now, D. Rose and Jimmy Butler at the backcourt. Gibson and Boozer in the middle. And it's Dang in at the 3 spot. Here's Burke. No good with the triple.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Rose goes in. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Here's Dang. After the basket by Utah. And the dunk by Boozer.
One of the oldest plays in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right. A terrific screen right there, Steve. Allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Well, don't you love to see players working together in that fundamental play? Fun to watch.
So it's Utah now. The Bulls getting the bucket. And that one's good. Burke.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. You know, force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
Dang, and it's blocked. Now, here's Brooks, defended by Butler. Fires for 3. Kept alive. Favors passes to Burke. Feeds it to Favors. He kicks it to Burks. Clock at 4. Here's Burke. And Utah again with the bucket.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
The Bulls leading by 4. Rose kicks to Dang. Back to Rose. The dish now to Gibson.
Well, the thing you love about Gibson is his energy and his length defensively. He's got those long arms. He can bounce. He can really get off the floor. And he's smart, so he anticipates things before they happen at that end of the court. One of the best front court defenders there is in the league.
Yeah, he really is. A lot of defense, his motivation, and Taj has never had a problem with that. If he has, the mindset that he doesn't want you to score. And he can make things very difficult for you, whoever he is guarding. .114 left now here in the second. Outside Jefferson. The pass to Cruz. Here's the captain. Outside for Jefferson. And again, it's Utah.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
Luol Deng is checked in for Chicago.
Get outside.
Passes it to Sampson. 50 seconds left in the first half of the game. Noah. Left side, Deng. Jefferson is right there. And again, Chicago. No good.
Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
To the inside. The shot's good from the captain.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. T kicks to Dunleavy. Back to T. Just 5 on the clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Releases from 15, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. And here is Lucas. From outside the arc. And the first half ends in a close one. It's Chicago.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Hello and welcome.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. You look at Luol Deng in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, what a remarkable half the way he attacked the rim, scored in the paint. Defenders, they were trying to slow him down any way possible, but he still got through.
Easier said than done when he's the penetrator. His speed and agility make him extremely hard to defend.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Jazz. Pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. Enes Kanter is out there with the captain, and it's Williams at the small forward. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Hey, guys, the captain in their last game against the Grizzlies made some major contributions. He ended with a few points and collected 6 huge rebounds to go with that. We could see his role in this offense expand if he puts together more games like this one, guys.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night, Steve, and he didn't disappoint them.
No, he didn't. In fact, he did everything they asked of him and more. And I think he really enjoys being that go-to guy for them.
Yeah, I think he relishes that because he knows he's capable of doing it. He's had some performances that have fortified his confidence in that role. So he's in a good place right now.
Burke with it. Boozer picks him up. They set the pick. Burke dishes to Burks. The shot goes down and gets this game back to even. Burks has got 14 points.
The road back hasn't been an easy one, but they've managed to climb all the way out of the hole and tie this game.
I have to say, pretty remarkable, Steve. At one point, I thought they were done.
Releases from 15. Boozer gets the bucket. He's got 8.
And they get one to go now after missing their first 3 shots. Maybe this will kick them into gear.
Burks, the pass to Burke. Pass to Burks. He dishes it to Burke. Here's Kanter. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
Rose with the ball. Now defended by Burke. Butler kicks to Rose. Back to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Rose. Here's Gibson. And another shot. And it's good on the way up. Gibson's got 8.
It's a great play under the boards for him. And, you know, that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
Burke kicks to Burks. He feeds it to Cantor. Pass to Burke. The kick out to Williams. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Well contested shot, and they did an excellent job of not fouling the shooter.
Defense is about effort and commitment and discipline. He's a good defender because of those things.
Boozer defended by Cantor. And it's Rose penetrating. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And you know, last game, guys, he shot very well from the stripe. Made a nice contribution there.
Yeah, he sure did. Turned in a really nice performance.
Guys, I don't think there's any doubt that the work he's put in practicing free throw shooting has paid off. I mean, he's made nice strides in getting those shooting percentage numbers up.
Derek Favors checked in for Utah. Burks kicks to Burke. Takes the 3. Gets it to go. Burks got 14 points for the game.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jumpers.
Chicago's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Rose off the pick from Gibson. Rose with the ball. Now defended by Burke. Double team on Rose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Boozer. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 3rd assist on the night. Now, here's Burks. Not a lot of room. And that one's good.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open looks.
Butler kicks to Gibson. Dang, a screen on Favors. Back to Butler. Burke grabs the miss.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
Kicks it to Favors. It's stolen by Dang. Right side Rose. And he dunks it down. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
You know, adding to that, Steve, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
Favors, the rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Butler kicks to Rose. Back to Butler. On the wing, Dang. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Williams. 10 points for him. Left side Williams. Now the feed to Burks. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Burks has got 5 points now this quarter.
Little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll.
Rose kicks to Butler. Back to Rose. Boozer with the screen for Rose. Outside Dang. Back to Rose. Left side Rose. It's rebounded by the captain.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Stolen by Boozer. And here's Rose. He's got 10. Leads him in there. Here's Gibson.
Oh! Hammer time! Wow. Hammer time! Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, it's startling that he'd even try that right now.
Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Marvin Williams. Dishes it to Favors. And that one's good. Favors got his first basket.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Miller off a pick from Butler. Miller outside. He passes to Butler. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. And the Bulls lead by 2. Utah has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Burks off a pick from Burke. Clock at 6. There's the pick. Chicago grabs the miss.
An easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Butler dishes to Rose. Gibson. Dang passes to Miller. Favors with the rebound. Favors got 6 rebounds now in the game. Works with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Wide open. No good off the back of the rim. Chicago's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And it's Rose penetrating off his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. And the Bulls making a change here. Got a piece of it. Lucas with it. Right now averaging 5 points a game. And the pass to Cruz. Feeds it to Jefferson. Shot clock at 5. Pass to the captain. Working down low. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Miami. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot. But it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, Chicago, a half game back.
You know, looking at Chicago, they've been playing well to start the season. I mean, once again, asserting themselves as one of the powerhouse ball clubs in the league. I like what I've seen from this team so far.
And they know better than anybody. You know, the NBA season is a marathon, not a sprint. But nonetheless, they've certainly been hot out of the gates.
Cruz, the pass to Lucas. Here's Rose, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Dunleavy.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
The Jazz have made 2 of the previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Well, they've been a relatively poor free throw shooting team, about 72% as a unit.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
Jazz trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
He kicks to Lucas. They set the pick. The dish to Jefferson. 6 to shoot. Rejected by Dunleavy. Inside. And again, it's Andre Miller. Now it's a 5-point Bulls lead.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
Pass to Cruz. Back to Lucas. He dishes it to Jefferson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shots. Here now, the 2K leaderboard, showing us the best passing teams in the NBA over the course of the last month. 4th, the Bulls.
The last few weeks have shown these guys that being patient with your passing can earn you some easy looks and baskets. Excellent teamwork. The more you do it, the more you're rewarded, and it becomes contagious.
Some changes for Chicago. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Dan. Jimmy Butler comes in for Mike Dunleavy. And it's Marcus Teague in for Andre Miller. The pass to Sampson. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Snell. But they'll get another chance. Butler passes to Sampson. Back to Butler. He feeds it to Boozer. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Now we've got a moment to see how the Bulls are doing rank-wise in the NBA. Third in three-point shooting, fourth in assists. And they also show up as a top-5 rebounding team.
Well, and you talked about the free throw shooting. That's what jumps out at me, Clark. And when you shoot well from the foul line, it allows you to close games so much easier because those are easy points, and you get your defense set up at the other end because the clock is stopped.
Kicks to Burks. Pass to Burke. 5 to shoot. Goes up the baseline. No good. Great D that time from T. Chicago leading by 3. Williams with the block. Utah has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Burke kicks to Williams. 30 seconds left in the third. The feed now to Cantor. Backing down. The turnaround jumper. Count it. Cantor's got 10.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Outside Teague. Back to Boozer. Rebound by Williams. Here's Burke. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Bulls lead by 1. It's the end.
The NBA season pushes on. The Utah Jazz.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Derrick Rose is out there with Marcus Teague. Then it's Dang. Then there's Carlos Boozer. And it's Butler in at the 3 slot. Rose. Right side Rose. Off his leg. And the ref saying he kicked it. Derek Favors checked in for Enes Kanter. Teague dishes to Rose. Back to Teague. Feeds to Rose. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Dang. Fires from deep. Rebound by Rose. Rose has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Dishes to Burke. Inside the Favors. That gives them the lead. Favors got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Jazz. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Outside Teague. On the wing, Dang. Again, the miss by Dang.
Very little success for him behind the arc today. Just 1 3-pointer in the first half and still none in the second.
They double him with Dang. Passes to Favors. Here's the captain. He's covered by Boozer. The captain passes to Rose. And it's off from 3-point range. Chicago's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Teague kicks to Rose. Back to Teague. Now the dish to Rose. Pass to Boozer. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 5 assists in the game.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Stolen by Rose. Here's the break. Makes the lead pass. Dang with the bucket.
So deflating for a team. Clark coughing up the ball at one end, and then it turns into immediate points at the other end.
And it's just as much of a boost for the team getting those easy points off the steal.
Burke kicks to Rose. He passes to the captain. 6 to shoot. He's covered by Dan. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. That is good. 20 points for Trey Burke.
He didn't have a single three-pointer in the first, but here he is knocking them down.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Tom Thibodeau was giving to his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
There's the pass to the captain. Offensive rebound. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Well, something special about him, guys, is just how good he is at winning the so-called second shot game, going hard to the offensive glass, salvaging points with his putbacks.
No question about it. I mean, when you talk about bruisers, that's his game. I mean, he's put that time in the weight room, and guess what? Now he's putting that strength and muscle to use.
Butler kicks to Gibson. Rose up on top. Here's the teardrop. That's good.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
Utah's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. There's the pick. Burks dishes to Rose. He kicks it to Burke. He feeds it to Burks. Three-pointer. Chicago grabs the miss. Tang's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Rose penetrating. The kick outside to Butler. Misses the 3.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
You got that right. I mean, he'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on the perimeter, really, because he is a deadly shooter. You've got to do a better job defensively.
Derek Favors checked in for the Jazz. Outside Rose. Yes, and the foul. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
Outstanding job there to absorb the contact and guide it in.
That's how you impose your will against the defender. He came to play.
The Jazz have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. He dishes it to Favors. Pocket 6. Here's the screen. Off the screen. And then Chicago with the rebound. Here is Rose. Back to Butler. Kicks to Rose. With the lead pass. Gets it to go. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
You know, they really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And, Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now Burke. They need this. And he lays it up and in. Burke's got 22 points.
That's just a case of two teammates working perfectly together. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Boozer with the screen for Rose. Makes it off the glass. Rose has got 7 points for the quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. Defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
And that one's good. Burke.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Now here's Butler. Left side Boozer. The jump hook. The offensive rebound. Gibson inside. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
There's the screen. Here's Burke. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
He's got the touch they needed here as this one goes down to the wire.
Yeah, absolutely. He's 4 for 4, and he knows they need every basket. I would look for them to continue to get the ball in his hands.
Outside Rose. Right side, Butler. Burks with the double team. The kick out to Rose. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through. Rose has got 13 points here in the second half alone. Jazz trailed by 3. And here is Burke. They set the pick. And there's the feed to Burks. Shot clock at 6. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Utah Jazz. It's off to Oklahoma City for them after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Chicago leading by 3. Rose kicks to Butler. Back to Rose. Pass to Buck. Dang up top. Feeds to Gibson. Soft touch off the glass. Gibson's got 4 this quarter.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on the clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Burke, the pass to the captain. Gibson with the steal. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. Dishes it to Dang. Passes it to Butler. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Rose. Lets it go. They get it back. Outside Butler. There's the dish to Dang. Now the pass to Rose. Rose back up. Misses off the right eye.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
It's stolen by Dang. Rose attacking left side Boozer. Back to Rose. He kicks to Dang. 6 to shoot. He feeds it to Gibson. The jump hook. Can't get it to go. Nice D from the captain. Jazz trailed by 5. Burke with it. They double him with Butler. Burke kicks to Burks. He dishes it to Favors. There's the feed to Burks. There's a screen. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. We'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Boy, they've looked good in the open floor today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, they've been doing the right thing, Steve. Anytime they've had numbers, they've gone straight up court with it right away. Boom.
The free throw drops for Rose. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Burke. Looking to end the drought. Here's Cantor. Rebound by the Bulls. Dang's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Rose off the pick from Boozer. Rose with the ball. Now defended by Burke. And the basket by Rose.
This seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. It's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Burks kicks to Burke. They set the screen. Feeds it to Burks. Pass to Burke. Three-pointer. No good. And the Bulls going the other way now. Now Rose. Back to Dang. Kicks it to Butler. Outside Rose. 6 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Favors. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Here's Butler. Shot clock at 3. And the defense didn't have possession. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. Free throw, good Butler. And so Butler nails both of them. Jazz have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Can they get it? And that one's good. Burke.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over it.
Tipped away.
Oh, get it! Boy, that was a massive sequence of events there. Absolutely clutch defense to trigger the break.
And we've seen games decided on plays clock just like that.
Effort and hustle plays often are big plays for a team.
Yeah, what a time to blow up a play and then turn it into a slam at the other end.
Rose kicks to Dang. 5 on the clock. And they go to the intentional foul.
Too little, too late. They may as well just let the clock run and save their energy for another day.
Absolutely, Clark. You know sometimes the frustration can show in a game like this, and I think that's what we're seeing right here.
So Chicago ends up going with the new one.